everybody. Welcome to another episode of HPCritical, a podcast where my friends and I talk all things gaming. It is the first episode of 2023. I don't know what happened in 2022. It went by so far, but for 2023, so fast. I'm joined by Brandon.
Yo!
Who has... Never mind. And, okay, well, now I feel like I should say it. I was gonna say Brandon, who has a really nice beard right now.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I was gonna say. But then I was like, it's unnecessary. And, Kristie, who has this beautiful Pikachu hair right now. It's, like, gorgeous. Like, everyone just looks so good. And, of course, this is probably, like, the last week that we're gonna have Kellie for a while because she's so busy. But...
I'm gonna miss her!
We're gonna miss her so much. And yeah, so whoa, what was I saying? Okay, yes, Kellie's here. And Kristie's here with her beautiful curls. Brandon's here with his sexy mustache, and Kellie's here with a brand new gorgeous rock because congratulations. Congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you.
I'm super excited. And I we were just literally screaming right before the podcast started. I'm just like, oh my god. Yeah. So and then I'm just here. So hi.
Hello. Hi, Jerel.
It's been first, I guess I should ask how you guys' holiday was.
Very relaxing.
Short.
Yeah, it always is too short. That's definitely a fact. But while it lasted, it was quite nice. Family was coming in and out of the house. I went to a few relatives' houses. Christmas was nice. I did work on Christmas, but it was like really early. I was home by like 12, so everything was fine. New Year's was fine. I said Happy New Year's and pretty much went back to sleep because I also had to work that day. There's a lot of working that happened during the holidays, but thankfully they're early enough that I still got to enjoy the days themselves, and it was very nice. Yeah, so very relaxing. A lot of good times were had, games were played. It was very relaxing.
It's so funny because everyone was like, oh, we're going back to work for the break. And I too worked on Christmas and the day after and the day before and New Year's and the day after. And so I'm just like, I didn't get a break. And everyone else is like, oh, it's been wonderful. Let's not go back. But I got off super early as well, so I can't complain too much. I was able to see family and enjoy. What about you, lovely ladies? How was your holiday?
Busy. Lots of good food.
We love good food.
New Year's Eve, people were upset that we weren't let out early, but that ain't my problem.
Oh, no. I'm sorry to hear that.
People were rioting online because we were all remote. They were spamming. They were spamming, one contact. They're like, so are we leaving? Are we leaving? Are we leaving at 3? Are we leaving at 3?
I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
She's like, here's my out of office.
Legit, I don't blame them.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a hold of someone at my job around between Christmas and New Year's is like, you're not going to. There's nothing happening. Yeah. It is so dead that I mean you basically don't have anything to do. But I was off because we get those as holidays, and then I took some PTO as well because why not?
As you should.
Yeah, it was because there's nothing to do. It's like, why just sit there doing nothing? And it's fun to be at work when there's nothing to do, but like, I don't want to just waste my time because you have to be at the computer. Like even remote, you like gotta be there. You can't just be gone from it all day. But yeah,
it is pretty boring.
Hey, Jerel, I just want to mention something real quick. So this is for our visual watchers, I guess, but like your shirt says Kellie, right? But because of the way that the camera is like angled, I only saw like the top of it. So for a second there, I thought it said like Kate, like KC from.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see Kate said.
Yeah.
Rip. That's what it does say. For anyone not watching, it says Kate. Kate said.
Yeah. That's what it said. That's what it actually says. Audio watchers.
Yeah. I was actually really busy on Christmas. Like, it was actually pretty busy on Christmas at work. That was a new experience. So 2023, we're going into New Year video games. How many years are these new how many years have these new consoles been out so far? Like 3?
For Switch, we are approaching year 6 because it came out in March 2017, so we are very close to year 6 for that. For the PS5 and Xbox, they came out at pretty much the same time, end of 2020, so they have had their 2-year anniversary. By the year's end, they will be at 3.
Damn,
that's crazy.
It's just as soon as you built it,
right?
And Steam Deck is
Oh, Steam Deck. That's not a full year, is it? I feel like
I don't think so.
I feel like it's
Kellie
recent,
got hers
but
first. When she got hers.
like I feel like it's recent, but at the same time, I also feel like it's been out for a while. I feel like it's now gotten to the point where you can get one easily. Like it was like a hot commodity you just could not get for a while unless you like were glued to your screen when those pre-orders came up, you know. But no, people are getting them now, so now I feel like it's actually out.
Yeah, true. And for 2023, I know we had some lists for Game of the Year that went up on HPCritical. Oh, big announcement, actually. Yes. Whatever. I'm sorry. The whatever was to my announcement, not to you, Brandon. I'm so sorry.
No, I definitely did not take it that way.
Okay. I apologize, just in case. I didn't want it to come off that way. Yeah, so we had some lists go up on HPCritical about Game of the Year for 2023, but personally, what was the game that you got, 2022, excuse me, rather. What was the game that you guys played in 2022 that really stood out to you?
Harvestella. It was a late release, but, you know, I surprisingly enjoyed it. Was not expecting it whatsoever. I did not want to pick it up, but then I picked it up. I was like, okay, we'll see, and yeah.
I feel like, I'm sorry, also, I feel like my chair is creaking, and it's gonna sound like I'm farting. Possibly. It's literally my chair creaking.
That sounds like someone who's farting would say.
I know! I was like, oh no, it's gonna sound like I'm whatever.
Oh,
I apologize if you hear it.
I you know what? To answer your question, Jerel, I'm gonna give a shout out to an art style, actually, the HD 2D art style, because we had 3 games come out in 2022 that shit had the art style. We had Triangle Strategy, we had Live Alive, and then we had finally the global release of Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent. It's crazy that 3 of games with that wonderful art style has come out this year. It seems like for this year, 2023, the only one that's going to be Octopath Traveler 2, which I just want to say I'm very excited for that because it seems like it's taking a lot of the lessons that Live Alive is a beautiful game. Like that HC2, it was already gorgeous when we first started Octopath Traveler, but they have somehow managed to evolve it to make it look even better each new time they do it. So yeah, Octopath Traveler 2 somehow looks even better than the first one. But yeah, no, shout out to that art style. I haven't finished all 3 of those games. Like Live Alive is on my backlog for now. But Triangle Strategy, for those who read our articles, it was my game of the year of 2022. I put a lot of time into Octopath, the Champions of the Continent as well. And Live Alive, I do want to get back to as soon as possible. Yeah, no, I just love that art style so much.
I really thought that you would finish Live Alive. That's why I made that face. But then I remembered you only did like that stream for it.
I did do that stream for it. I did definitely intend to play more, but I was definitely working on some backlog games. Like 2022, a lot of people felt like it wasn't a big year for big releases, and that's partially true. But for the niche fans, man, there was way too much, and I was just struggling to keep up with everything, honestly.
Also, I've been drinking a lot today, and I'm already tired. So if you see me look tired, it's because I've been drinking, and that's what happens when I drink a lot.
I might have a nice little glass of coquito before I go to sleep tonight. So
that's literally what I'm drinking right now.
Let's go. I should have done that now, but
the bottle of the vodka bottle that it's in is like this big, and there's like this much left. Having a great night?
I try. I don't always succeed. I try to avoid like milky drinks when I do any kind of streams because then my voice starts slithering all over the place.
Like me.
Yeah. So I try. I don't always succeed because sometimes I just really need that good milky drink. Like when I'm working, I don't stream be damned. But it just I try to be responsible sometimes. Maybe.
And Kellie, I don't remember if you started Final Fantasy 14 in 2022. Did you start in 2022?
No, I started in 2021.
Damn, really? It's been that long?
Yeah. I took a break in so last year I took a break from Final Fantasy 14 because I just I just got pissed off at this stupid dungeon. I stopped playing for probably a month or 2, and during that time I played Evil Dead the game and The Quarry. I feel like that's what was happening, right? Time is nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
So I played The Quarry a lot too. I played it 3 or 4 times through to get all the endings, or what I thought would be all the endings. I finally saved all the counselors, which was fun.
Nice.
Evil Dead the game and that were the only games that I played besides
14.
Final Fantasy 14, but also have been playing some It Takes Two again, but that came out like way long ago. So.
As long as you played it last year, it counts. I actually forgot that I played the Quarry last year. I did, and it was fun. I played it twice. I did not save everyone. I tried. And then I was like, you know what? Sometimes you're just meant to die.
Does the Quarry have 8 characters? Sorry, I was just going to ask. Does the Quarry have 8 characters like Until Dawn?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, continue. What were you going to say?
I took notes on one of the playthroughs.
Oh.
So, like, some of the decisions were so small, but they made, like, a huge difference. So, like, if you take the fireworks, you can, like, save one of the characters. Like, there's... I don't know. I took notes on one of my playthroughs so I could remember.
They did that same thing in Until Dawn. I got one of my characters killed because I didn't keep the flare at a certain point. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
I think that the most upsetting death, and this is like minor spoiler for that game, but the most upsetting death is the one where you have to flip the switch to turn off the where you don't flip the switch to turn off the electricity, where he's like in the cage.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, it's fine. I'll come back. I'll save him later. Like, we're really busy. It's totally fine. You can't come back and save him later. No. He dies. If you don't save him there, he fucking dies. And I did it twice. And I was like, how did I kill him twice? 2 different playthroughs. I've killed this poor guy.
Hey, I had to look it up. I had to look up how to do it.
Afterwards, I had to look it up because I was like, I don't know what to do here. And it was like a weird puzzle.
The first time, makes sense to me.
It
Even
doesn't either.
I was like, I don't know.
And I was like, how did you figure this out? I have absolutely no idea. The first time it was an accident. The second time I looked it up, it still killed him. So.
I just gotta say this real quick because once upon a time when I was just streaming on my own personal Twitch channel, when this was around the time Until Dawn was out, I did a full playthrough of it on stream, and friends were goofing on me because by the end I only had 3 people survive my Until Dawn run.
Oh my god!
And I was like, listen, man, this could have happened to anyone. This could have happened to anyone. And then. A YouTube series that I used to watch, these guys were notoriously like really bad at games, but they ended up saving all 8. So then I went to all my friends and everyone was like, okay, I'm trash at games. I apologize.
Yes, because not that you're trash, but like Until Dawn, it's pretty easy to save almost everybody. Like that one is not as bad as the Quarry. The Quarry is really just like small decisions you make will kill people. Jeez. But Until Dawn, like you can, I think my first playthrough I had almost everyone live.
Okay.
And it still has cooler mechanics than Until Dawn, but Until Dawn's so great.
It might be a stream tax. Like sometimes, like there was one character I definitely could have saved if I had just checked one thing, but because I was just like, oh, I don't want to stay in this one place too long. People get bored. I'll keep moving. Oh, he's dead now because I didn't find this thing. Dang.
Have any of you seen that game, The Devil Inside Me? Since we're speaking of these games, I think it's called The Devil Inside Me.
Yeah.
I'm behind in the dark pictures, but I know of it.
I want to play that one really bad. So the game that I played in 2022, 2 very late entries, because I played a couple of games in 2022 that I didn't get far in. My 2 are Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I've been enjoying the crap. I can say shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have a censor on this podcast.
I've been enjoying the shit out of Pokemon Violet a lot. I know that it has a lot of issues, but I don't care. And Marvel's Midnight Suns is a surprise that I have been enjoying. It's a tactics game, which I don't really care for, and it uses cards, so when I saw it, I was like, this is going to be really weird. But it's really great for tactical games if you like story and tactics and Marvel characters, and even if you don't. They're all done really well, and it's a lot of fun, and I've been playing the crap out of that.
That is 100% on my list because even from the first trailer, like, it has Marvel, which I love. It's cards, which I enjoy. Like, people have on this have listened to this podcast know I love, like, card games, like how much time I put in the Yu-Gi-Oh one. And I like tactics games, so I had, like, 3 things that I really like. So I know I would love this game. It's just a matter of finding the time. It may be the next PS5 game I play after I finish Crisis Core. It depends, but we'll see.
I'm playing it on Xbox Series X, where it still has problems, but the patch just came out. But it still got more problems. You know, the biggest problem in that game, I'm not going to talk about this too much, but the biggest problem in that game, I don't really notice problems that much in games. I don't care, as long as the graphics look fine, and I can play it. But the biggest problem in that game is there was no pause. At all. Yeah, there was no... There is now, because people were complaining about it, but there was no pause in that game, and I was babysitting, and I was like, alright, I gotta pause, I gotta go make a bottle, I gotta do this, do that. I was like, why isn't the pause button working? Why isn't the pause button working? You can't. So I missed like 3 cutscenes because I couldn't pause the game. And I was like, this is really bad design. And I guess they assume because it's like tactical that it doesn't matter. Ah! Sorry.
Oh, hi, Joe.
Sorry, my cat just like whatever. They assume that it's tactical. You don't need a. I really didn't. But yeah, there was no pause menu, but there is now. So when you play the game now, you will have a pause menu, so that'll be fine.
That's good.
Yeah, those 2 games were the ones that I really enjoyed this year. But let's talk about what's coming up.
Yeah, let's do it.
For 2023, I know obviously we're not going to be able to play every game that comes out because who has time to do that? But I do want to just mention, we'll go with January 1st because it's January. And this month we've got One Piece Odyssey, Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, Colossal Cave, Fire Emblem Engage, Forspoken, NBA All World, Dead Space, and Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. So, anything catching your eyes in January?
Too many of those are catching my eye in January, as a matter of fact. I was very excited for One Piece Odyssey, and Jerel said he don't want to hear this about me talking about these games. He just said, I'm out.
No, I can still hear you.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. No. Like One Piece Odyssey, there is a demo that's supposed to be coming out. I'll still try it because I love One Piece, and I've always said there should be a One Piece RPG, quite frankly, because the crew is literally a party. The way he gathers is the crew over the course of the One Piece story is literally how you gather like a party in most RPGs, and they all have like different abilities. So it being an RPG just makes perfect sense. And I do want to play it, but there's so many games coming out. But I will at least try the demo, and hopefully at some point actually get to it. And then Persona, I've been asking for those on Switch for years, and I will get them, but like, oh my god, I don't have time. Because the main game, that's a segue, is going to be Fire Emblem Engage. Like, I'm literally making sure I have Pokemon Scarlet done so I have time for Fire Emblem Engage, because that is going to be my #1 priority when that releases at the end of this month.
There's no such thing as having Pokemon done, because once you finish the main game, then you do the post game, and then once you do the post game, you go into battling. It'll never end.
Oh, that's fine, because I think Pokemon will inevitably get DLC like Sword and Shield did, and that'll keep the life cycle of the game going even longer, I'm sure. So
it's going now from Terra Raids, which shout out to Brandon and Kristie, because I wanted Charizard, and they had not unlocked 7-star raids yet. And I hadn't either, and I was like, please somebody come online and help me get Charizard, and they both showed up, and we got obliterated, but...
we tried again.
We tried again, we traded some Pokemon, they got some high-level buddies to come help us out, and we all caught Charizard. So shout out to you guys. And it was like the last minute, it was super late, and Brandon was like, I gotta go to bed, and I was like, damn, me too. And it was like, the event is over after this, but we got it, we all got Charizard. So shout out to you guys for being awesome friends.
Does my Charizard obey me? Does not, but you know what, it's A-okay.
Hey, that means you get the Ash experience.
Oh, really? True, the exact Ash experience. Yeah, anybody else, any games for January that sound interesting that you care about, or should I move on to February?
Persona, Fire Emblem Engage. I really want to play Forspoken, but I'm like, I have too many games to play.
Damn. Literally same. Persona 4, Persona 3, and Fire Emblem Engage, and Forspoken. And I'm definitely playing Forspoken because Black Lady in a fantasy game by Square Enix. Let's go.
I really enjoyed the demo.
I loved it. I don't know why people hate it.
I really enjoyed the demo. I don't understand why people didn't like it.
I don't either. I thought it was really fun. I liked the combat. It was super action, fast paced. I really enjoyed it. I don't know why people hate it. I will also be playing Fire Emblem Engage, which also has black characters in it. Oh, look at that. Jerel knows all about black characters. Go ahead, say your shit. I do, and I don't care.
The black characters in Engage look beautiful, by the way.
They do, and I will be playing Engage, and I will be purchasing the DLC because I am a...
I have to get the DLC because you know me in Three Houses.
Simp? Is it a simp? Am I a simp? Is that the right word?
A simp for who? Because that will determine if this is that's the right word you're looking for.
Edelgard.
Okay, then yeah, you're a simp. I mean, I'm a simp for Cloud, so that's fine.
I'm a simp for Edelgard, and therefore I have to go buy the DLC, which I am upset about because I don't think that games should come out with DLC on the same day that they're released.
No, not in the same day.
Try not to tell me otherwise, because that was bullshit.
No, I'm okay with like the season pass and like the games come out and the DLC come out later. But yeah, day one DLC is always a no for me.
Well, I mean, it is a part of the season. Oh, okay, let's talk about it real quick.
It is part of the season, but like, should be there.
But anyway. It's day one.
But it's day one, exactly.
Technically be like kind of like a free update as a freebie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, when there was recently a trailer for Fire Emblem Engage and at the Game Awards, I believe.
Yes.
And during that trailer, they showed off the protagonists from Fire Emblem Three Houses, Claude, Edelgard, and
Dimitri.
Thank you. Oh my god. Claude, Edelgard, and Dimitri.
Jerel remembered. He just
remembered the two important ones. That's okay.
I mean, yeah. They showed off the protagonists from the previous game, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Claude, Dimitri, and Edelgard, and they announced that they would be coming as DLC, but the DLC would be releasing on the same release date as Fire Emblem Engage, which is January 20th. Yeah, see, Kelly's making a face. For anyone who can't see, Kelly's making the same face that we all made when we saw the announcement that the DLC would be coming out on the same day, and this is really annoying because these are the characters from the last game, one of the most popular games, the one that made the splash, the one that has multiple spin-offs.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, so they definitely decided to, oh my god, that's so cute. They definitely decided to save these three characters as a reveal coming out on the same day. And we kind of talked about it, but I do want to talk about it a little bit more. So how do you guys feel about a game announcing same day DLC release?
I feel like it should be a thing that Pokemon, that I think Game Freak does. If you purchase Pokemon, I think before a certain date, it's like the Flying Pikachu. It's like, what is it? It's like a pre-purchase or something. I forgot what.
Oh, early purchase, but early purchase bonus.
Yeah.
So
it should be as an early purchase bonus
instead of a DLC.
Okay, yeah.
Or at least like the Three Houses characters be an early purchase bonus for a certain amount of time, and then after that, it's like, well, if you do want them, it's going to be lumped into the season pass. So I feel like them having it as a day one DLC, I'm like,
I almost feel like the solution should be like a middle ground of that, because I also don't like the idea of it just not being available if you just didn't get the game early. I almost think we should do like a middle ground. I'm
She said you would get it as a part of the pass or DLC later, so it would still be available.
Okay, because what I was thinking, was like what they did with Piranha Plant with Smash Brothers. Like, if you got Smash early, Piranha Plant was free, but if you didn't, then you'd have to pay for it. So that's kind of what I would like. If you got the game early, you get it free. That I think is a cool.
No, I thought Piranha Plant was that if you pre-ordered the Smash Pass, then you got him.
No, I think Brandon's right. You just had to have played the game within a certain amount of time after its release. It was like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Same thing with you. Yeah, Kelly, I know you've defended video game developers and their right to charge more than $60 for games because they cost way more. How do you feel about them announcing DLC on the same day that the game is supposed to be released?
I don't know. Like, how much extra is it?
I don't know. They never announced the price. I have no idea.
I'm not sure either.
Okay.
I want to say it was...
You can pay $90 for the deluxe edition, which includes the season pass, which would include the DLC.
Yeah. So I want to say it's like 30 then.
I've definitely paid $100 for a game before,
I'm not paying $30 for Edelgard. That's not going to happen. Not for 3 characters.
That's pricey.
I mean, for a season pass, fine, but I am not paying.
No, it's 30 for the season pass, not for just for that.
Season pass. I don't give a shit about those other characters. No offense.
You probably can. You can probably just get that first DLC then and call it a day. But what if? Okay, no, I'm not even gonna do a speculative thing. I was gonna be like, what other Fire Emblem games have you played besides Three Houses? You played Fates as well, right? Yeah. Like. So what if they snuck in like the siblings from Fates as like a later pass? And you'd be like, damn it, now I gotta get that one too. Because they probably will do that. Quite frankly.
What I ended up doing, I'm sorry, Kelly. We totally I'm so sorry. what I ended up doing, I'll probably do what I ended up doing for Smash, which was I only buy the characters that I care about.
Okay.
But then because that was such a good value, like it was $5 and you got a character, you got a stage, you got music, like you got so much shit for $5. That I ended up just buying all the characters individually because every time I bought a character, I got Nintendo points, and then I used my Nintendo points to buy the next character, so I got a lot of them for free anyway, just from buying other games. So that was totally fine by me. So I'll end up buying the ones I care about, I guess. But yeah, I'm sorry, Kelly. You were saying.
I don't know what I'm saying. It depends on how much the price is for me, but I mean, it is weird to have the DLC come out on the same day. Like, normally DLC, in my opinion, is like to keep people playing your game for an extended period of time. You keep releasing content, not just like, oh, here's an extra thing that you can get on the same day that it launches. Like, I don't know. That's, to me, not setting you up for people to play your game for a long time. I don't know anything about this game, though.
Yeah, so to give you a little bit of insight, one of the reasons I think they did this is because the characters they're including in this DLC are probably the most popular, well, not the most popular, but some of the most popular, because in the series, this is the last game that came out in the series. So a lot of people will recognize these characters. So I think the reason you do that is to be like, hey, look at our big shiny people that you guys love. You want them, you got to pay extra for them if you want them in this game.
I mean, in the gacha, they placed within the top 2.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Super divisive, serious characters there. They started a lot of conversation, and they still have a lot of conversation like 2 years later. I think the biggest issue I had with this is that like it was such a bait. Like it is so much like you're gonna buy this anyway. Like if you're buying this game, you're gonna buy this anyway, so we're gonna charge you extra. And I don't like that perception of like, I know that I can charge people for my game extra money because I know they're gonna want this one feature, so I'm going to charge them for it. That's I think the part that really pissed me off about it. Because I am gonna pay for Edelgard because I'm a simp. And I don't like that I'm a simp. I don't want to be a simp, and I don't want to pay them for this bullshit. But I will, because I want to use her. Like, and
you do all that, pre-order the season pass and whatnot.
Yeah, and then I was like, well, at this point, I might as well pre-order the season pass. And I agree with Kelly. It's usually like something that'll keep you playing the game. I do think that this game is a little bit different. But I was mad as fuck. Like, why would y'all do that?
I think
put my characters behind a paywall. This is not a gacha game.
There are so many Nintendo games that come out that they will release season pass, and I would just like buy it for. But there is one season pass I did not pay for. It was
Nintendo Simp.
It was for another Fire. It was for another Fire Emblem game, and this one was egregious as hell because the season pass. At least when you buy a season pass, usually for a game, it gives you like a little discount for all the content, like $5 or less. This season pass for this game, this is for Fire Emblem Echoes: Shadows of Valentia. The season pass did not save you any money. Oh, yeah. It was just literally just getting all the DLC, no savings. And if you bought this DLC, the season pass DLC, it was $45. Now, the game was $40, and this season pass was $45. I did not buy that season pass because that was some gold bullshit. And so much of that DLC was like not even that good. Like it was just like, here's a DLC to get you a dungeon to level up easier. One to get you money easier. Here's one to get you classes for the post game. Like, I don't give a fuck about any of this. Just like, so I didn't buy that one because it was too pricey and a lot of stuff I didn't care about. The only part of that DLC that I bought was the one that. What's that?
I think I got it on sale. I waited until it like was on sale, and then everyone was like, "It's on sale, go buy it."
Man, even on sale, it does not change the fact that there's so much of that content I just did not care about. The only DLC that I bought for that was the one that got you the additional story content, which was very good, and that was like maybe like $15. That was fine, but everything else, no, that was bad.
Yeah, I think another reason I have an issue with this is just because it's not enough. Like we get to it's the functionality of this DLC. It's not extending. It's like what Kelly said. This is not extending the gameplay in any way. It's literally just giving you extra characters to play with.
It's not like the Ash and Wolves DLC.
Yeah, like it's
hold on. Do we know that? Because there's like multiple passes. I think the fourth one might actually be story stuff.
I'm talking about the specific one that's announced at the same release day.
Right, yeah.
Just the Three Houses people. As far as we know, there's no like And even if there is a story for like 3 houses, I feel like that would be better. But as far as we know, it's literally just like, if you want to play with these characters, pay extra money.
Yeah.
And I do, so I guess I'm gonna have to pay extra money. Moving on to February. There is Deliver Us Mars, Hogwarts Legacy, Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line, Wild Hearts, Atomic Heart, Like a Dragon Ishin, PlayStation VR 2 will launch. Yay, how fun. Or not. Horizon Call of the Mountain, which is the Horizon PSVR 2 DLC. Fantavision 2020X. Sorry, whatever. I don't know. I'm a little drunk. Moss Book 2, Zenith The Last City, Blood Bowl 3, Company of Heroes 3, Sons of the Forest, Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, because you can never get enough Kirby.
You can't.
Kerbal Space Program 2, Octopath Traveler 2, and Destiny 2 Lightfall.
God.
How are we feeling about February?
God, that's another stacked month.
I want Theta Rhythm and
Yeah.
the Kirby game, and
Yeah.
also what was the other game? Octopath.
Yeah.
It's a month with what?
Yeah, those 3.
I see. Okay,
That's
I see like 2 games on here that I want to play.
Final Bar Line is gonna be just a game that like. Final Bar Line is gonna be like a comfort game, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna rush through that. Like, you know what? I have a few minutes. I feel like playing a song from Square Enix. I'm just gonna do that. That's what it's gonna be for me, which is nice.
I unlocked all of the songs within a day on the DS version of Theta Rhythm.
I could hypothetically do that in a year where there just wasn't so many games, but I have resigned myself to just, like, you know what, I'll pick away at it as I go. Kirby, I think I'm only gonna I think, like, you can play a single player or multiplayer. I think that's just gonna be like a multiplayer session when people come over, because like that's the only way I'm gonna be able to fit it into like my schedule.
Man,
yeah.
I didn't get Christmas and birthday presents because everyone who wanted to buy me some, I was like, just wait until January and February of next year and then just pay $60 and sometimes $70 for all these games I want, because I don't have $70.
Yeah.
So buy me games. And that's what we're doing. I'm so happy I'm looking at this list and don't have to pay for a lot of these. Me and Kelly don't have anything in February.
I mean, I think.
I'm just kidding.
Not Octopath?
No, I was just kidding.
Oh, I think I want to play Sons of the Forest. So I think that's the sequel to The Forest, which I loved. It's not fun alone, so I'll probably try to get a team together for that. But also, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to buy my boyfriend a Kerbal Space Program too.
Yes.
Yeah, and a computer that will run it, because his will not. So, but it's fun.
If the Steam Deck can play Sons of the Forest, then you
okay.
have Gabe and I all ready to join you.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna make it join too.
It's not scary at all. You won't be scared.
And I'm considering changing my mind immediately.
Don't worry, I'm gonna send it to you on Steam. It's fine. Just don't worry about it.
That's how Kelly gets me to play things. Like, if she sends it to me, I feel it's a gift.
Honestly, you know what I did? One of my coworkers bought me that mug. It's a Final Fantasy 14 mug. I wish I had it right here, but it has the whole spiel about. Did you know that the critically acclaimed RPG?
I saw that mug.
For free.
It's great.
So my coworker keeps saying that he can't play. He said he couldn't get the free trial or whatever of Final Fantasy 14. So I was like, you know what? Fine. So I just sent him like a GameStop code for 60 days of gameplay. I was like, oh, well, you can't use the free trial. I bought this for you. Yeah. So I expect to see you online. No excuse. But yeah, so that's how I get people to play. If I give you it, you have to play.
You have to play. That's how you peer pressure people into playing games. That's what you do. I got gifted that scary game that I didn't want to play with y'all by somebody, and
Phasmophobia.
We all played it. It was great. It made me realize I want to be a ghost now.
That's what you're gonna do. What did we learn from today? Just buy games for people, and then they will.
It depends, because Sons of the Forest might be like a $60 game. I don't know about that. That's a lot.
Like, hold on now. That's so good. Yeah, I'll be playing Theater Rhythm, Final Bar Line, and Octopath Traveler 2. That's probably it for me on this one. Moving on to March, we've got the day before Wolong, Fallen Dynasty, The Last of Us Part 1 comes to PC. How many times are they gonna release this game? Just put it out everywhere and stop.
That's his first release on PC, I believe.
I don't care.
Resident Evil 4.
If I see The Last of Us release again next year, I'm gonna be like, what are y'all doing? Like, oh, and you know what? It will, because I think there was a rumor that they were doing the multiplayer for The Last of Us.
That's true.
Finally coming next year. So like, I can never get away from this game. Not that it's bad. I'm just sick of hearing it. Fatal Frame, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Skull and Bones, that one from like 3 years ago that was in development hell, maybe longer. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, the orange-haired dude, right?
Cal
the orange-haired dude, oh my god. Cal Kestis, I'm so sorry. I love orange-haired people. Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon. Holy shit, that's coming in March? Oh my god, they just announced that. Oh my god. The Resident Evil 4 remake, I've never played it.
Shit, that's in March?
That is in March. Crime Boss, Rocket City, System Shock remake, and Sifu is coming to other consoles.
Wow.
Alright, anything for March?
Eventually Jedi Survivor, because I did enjoy the first one, but I haven't finished it yet, so I need to do that first. But I think that's pretty much the main one of March that has caught my attention, I believe.
I want to play Resident Evil 4 remake. I've never
Jedi
played
Survivor and Resident Evil 4 for me. Oh yeah, you should totally shoot the water.
Yeah, shoot the water.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, you'll know.
You should
But
shoot the water.
I will avoid it now.
No, shoot the water, though. It's fun.
I'm scared of Resident Evil games, so I will have my boyfriend watch me play the whole time. He gonna be annoyed because I'm just gonna scream all the time.
I kind of want it for, they have a MetaQuest 2 bundle that has Resident Evil 4, and I'm like, that sounds really fun, but I feel like I'd probably have a heart attack, so.
I didn't know that MetaQuest... Never mind. You would have a heart attack. It's like anyone who plays Final Fantasy... Anyone who plays Resident Evil 7... Resident Evil... no. Yes. Oh my god. Don't drink before a podcast. Anyone who plays Resident Evil 7 in VR, I don't trust you. That game is the scariest game I've ever played in my life. I played it in the middle of the day, blinds open, lights on, and I couldn't walk forward. I was too scared. So anybody who plays that VR, don't trust you. You are probably, as the Game Awards said, statistically a serial killer.
It's funny. It's funny because whenever I used to play a lot of like horror games, that was like my thing. Like I really like to play scary stuff, but I used to drink a lot. Like I used to have to drink, like to play Outlast. I was like drunk. The same with Alien Isolation, because I would just be on the pause screen like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like,
I should try that. Maybe
drinking helps.
I should try
And
that
if
too.
anyone doesn't believe this, there is actual footage of Kelly drinking while streaming these scary games that you can go find on her Twitch at, what is it?
Twitch.tv/KellieC.
There you go. If you don't believe us, I've seen the footage. It's there. She will have drink in hand and be scared and drunk and still play, and it's great content. She's too busy to stream now, though. But soon, maybe she'll come back. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not Kelly. We'll find out.
I would love to.
She's a married woman now, or a soon-to-be married woman now. So that means that
That's not why I'm busy. I'm busy because I work and I am getting my master's degree. So.
Oh, that's not what I wasn't saying. That's why you were busy.
Oh. Yes, I'm too busy housewifing. I'm making chili and.
No, not at all. I was saying that you're married now, so you can just show off your ring on stream. Like...
What ring? I don't know what you're talking about.
If I ever get engaged, I'm doing exactly what you're doing right now. Like, everywhere I go. What ring? What are you talking about?
I really do wish I got my nails done, though, because...
It's so beautiful!
It's
Anybody
beautiful.
listening, just go rewatch this on YouTube when it goes up so you can see Kelly's beautiful ring.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right.
You should admire it.
So April, we've got Hogwarts Legacy coming to PS4 and Xbox One because it's only coming to new-gen consoles in March.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming in April to PS4 and Xbox One, so it's coming out again. We've got Meet Your Maker, Grim Grimoires Once More, Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection, Dead Island 2. Is that really, like, not out? Dead Island 2 is not out?
Yes,
Like, what was that other game? Alright, whatever. And Star Trek Resurgence. looks like you guys might be able to chill in April.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
Legacy,
just Mega Man for me.
Legacy Collection at some point I want to check out, but that's with my backlog by that point my backlog is going to be insufferable, so I'm probably not going to get that at launch. But eventually, I've always been intrigued by the network Battle Network games.
I'd really like to try Dead Island 2. I really swore there was already a Dead Island 2 game. Like, there's a 2. There's really not like, y'all don't know what I'm talking about?
It's an island and there's Dead and there's 2 of them.
No, there was a Dead Island 2 that released already. Or okay, it was another game, I guess. Whatever. I'll figure it out.
Do you mean Dying Light 2?
No, because Dying Light 2 was last year. There was like, it's an island. You're on an island and there's zombies. But like, it's a tropical island and there's zombies.
So tropical zombies?
Tropical Zombies 1 and 2.
That's Zombie Island, so...
Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island? Let's go! That's one of the best Scooby-Doo movies.
Zombie Island, or maybe it's like the Dead Island DLC. I don't know. I'm sorry, I spent too long on this. May is the big one for Gabe and Brandon.
Yeah.
And Kristie. That is going to be Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Haha, yeah, I thought I was going to say Zelda. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. And of course, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, which I'm sure Gabe will not shut up about once he gets to play it.
It'll be his game of the year for the next 3, 4, 5
like 10
years.
Oh, man. Yeah,
and then
I will just say this about Tears of the Kingdom. I am so excited. It is one of the games coming out next year that I actually took a vacation day for, because I definitely want to.
Say that on the podcast.
It's a vacation.
Oh, it's a
vacation. No, I didn't call out. It's a vacation day. Like it's a paid vacation day. Like it's all good.
Yeah,
no, I would not say it otherwise. No, they don't need to know that.
I did not. I totally was sick and couldn't go to work today. No, I'm just kidding. I actually did. I was at work today.
Yeah,
I was there.
And as far as Suicide Kill the Justice League is concerned, I have talked about this podcast about how this game has sent me on a roller coaster of hype levels. My initial thing was like, I'm very excited for this game. Then I saw first gameplay and I'm not excited now. But I just want to see. I just want to see what comes next.
Can you imagine people just being super hyped for a project you're gonna put out and then they see it in detail and then they're not? Like, what do you do? Just give up. Fine, we're just not gonna release it. That's why I'm not a game developer. I'm sorry everyone who worked on this for years, but the public don't want it, and I'm scared. And yeah, anyway, June is gonna bring Street Fighter 6, which is so much fun.
I can't wait. I'm excited to give that one a try.
Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 16, and RoboCop Rogue City. So June's going to be an annoying month. Because I definitely will be playing Street Fighter 6. 100% will be playing Diablo 4. If you've not played a Diablo game, they're super fun. And I will also be playing Final Fantasy 16. So yeah, June's annoying. 16. And right after Tears of the Kingdom, please. This year is stupid.
Yeah, I'm happy at least that Tears of the Kingdom is a Switch game, and 16 is a PS5 game, because I'll be spending all my console free time playing 16, but I can play Tears of the Kingdom on work breaks or whatever because I get the Switch.
I have no idea. One day you have to tell me how to do that. I took my Switch to work and I couldn't. On my break, I just was eating.
I would not be making as much Pokemon progress as I am if I could take it to work. Just
Brennan, how long are your breaks? Are you just not going back on time? Which is totally fine. Don't say on podcast.
I go back on time. As far as how long, I will leave that for after the podcast.
Okay. I had an hour break, and I took my Switch to work, and I was like, all right, today's the day. I'm going to play my Switch. And then I was just eating it on my phone. And then my hour was up, and I was like, so when do people play their Switch?
I eat while I'm working. I work on a computer. So I eat while I work, and then after that I take my break, and then I'm in the little corner, I'm like, don't bother me, I'm on my Switch.
But how would you do this if you didn't work at a job where you were sitting in front of a computer? I've tried it multiple times.
I mean, you would speed eat. Shove everything in your
really
face.
slow. I eat really slow. That's the problem. All
right,
hey, anyway.
Real quick before we continue.
See, I had to eat fast growing up, because if you don't eat fast and you have 40 other cousins at family reunions, you don't get to eat. So you eat fast.
Fair.
Well, I was gonna say We have a question on chat. Generico7 is asking, how do you guys feel about Andrew Tate? I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know too much about this guy, but I've been seeing his name on the news everywhere. So I don't know. This is a question came out of the chat. It's like, whatever. How do you guys feel about Andrew Tate? I have no opinion because I really don't know who he is.
He's dumb. Like
Nothing I could say about Andrew Tate would be in any way positive at all. Except I am glad that he's in a Romanian prison, so...
I'm glad he was stupid enough to reply that caused him to go into Romania prison.
Okay,
yeah. Did you hear about the story?
No. I did. I just don't want to talk about it.
Honestly, you know what's funny? You know what's funny though? I'll just say this: like, I never knew he existed until people started hating him so much that they were like talking, like on TikTok and stuff. They're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna talk about him," and I'm like, "Who is this? I don't care." But like, it was like they made so much content hating him that I then found out who he was. And I'm like,
It's like Twitter. People were like, I think like they were reposting TikTok videos and Instagram videos. And I was like, who is this guy? And I was like, why are you guys giving him more clout?
Yeah.
Yep. Just like we are right now.
I guess, like, everything you've said in this last 2 minutes, is information I didn't know. So there you go.
It's better that you don't know who he is, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all regret knowing who he is, I promise you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our lives are not better for it at all.
Cool. Ignorance is bliss, as they say. I will keep that.
So Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6. I want to take you for a ride. That's Marvel vs. Capcom, not Street Fighter. Damn it.
That is Marvel vs. Capcom.
Damn it. It's close enough. There are Street Fighter characters in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yes,
it is close enough.
No.
Yes.
There's Street Fighter 6, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 16, and RoboCop, whatever. And I know you guys are all simped for Final Fantasy 16, so you're all gonna be playing it.
Except for
Kellie. Don't know if Kellie's gonna be playing it because she still has the 37 remake.
Just subtract 2 from it, and I'll be
Wow.
playing that.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Honestly, I thought I was what? What were you gonna say?
When are you gonna finish 7?
I don't know.
Okay. Guys, it doesn't work. Buying a game for someone for them to finish doesn't work. They might play it, but I
did play it.
So, just
you know what? Don't even start because you got me into Final Fantasy 14 and literally you got me into Final Fantasy 14. Now I've been paying for this game every month for over a year. I'm obsessed. I can't not think about it. And then you're like, when are you gonna play this other game? That game? I forgot it existed. This is my life now.
Okay, I laptop to work. Maybe I should just play Final Fantasy 14 on my break.
Kellie will be on there, so you can play with her on your break.
Kellie, I need help.
It's it. And I thought I was almost done. I'm at Endwalker, and they're doing more story with the patch in a week. So.
Yeah, that's how MMOs usually work. They're not.
I'm like, I want to play it, but then the more I think about it, I'm like, I should totally play it, and I'm like, but there's patches and patches and patches. Like, how much story content have I missed?
Listen, I have 800 hours into the game now. Yeah, in over a year.
700 and now she's
yeah. Well, I have an alt, so on my main character I only have 750, and then I have an alt that probably has nearly 100 now. So, and I'm not done with the story. Now, I have unlocked a lot of other content. I just unlocked and did the Nier raids, which are amazing. Yes, I leveled my bard to 80 actually to do them, so I have 3 characters at level 80 now.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm obsessed. Anyways, moving on. Sorry.
It is, for anyone who hasn't tried it, it definitely is one of the best Final Fantasy stories.
It really is.
Not all of the expansions are as good, but Shadowbringers is probably the best Final Fantasy. I cried playing Shadowbringers, guys, and Alizé's story and Alphans, and I was like, why the fuck am I crying? Fuck this game. I'm paying for this. I'm paying to cry? No. So July we've got Hogwarts Legacy coming to Nintendo Switch. Because
hell yeah, PS1 had great.
3 releases because 1 is not enough. It needs 3 releases. Did you guys see that Pottermore dropped in 41% in revenue this past year?
Ooh, they're feeling
Thanks
the
to J.K. Rowling.
They're
The
feeling
website
Huh?
Pottermore.
Yeah,
What
What
revenue
about
is it
Pottermore?
getting?
I guess from people just clicking on it, I suppose.
But it dropped 41% over the year thanks to J.K. Rowling. So yeah, that's the only thing coming out in July, and then August you've got Baldur's Gate 3.
Cool for Boulder Gates fans. I've always wanted to check it out.
Wow,
But
that's cool for Baldur's Gate fans.
it's always been a series that I've been interested in because it's like BioWare's like theoretical first game before they got into like KOTOR, which I love, but I just never did it, and I don't know if I ever will because I don't know. It seems that, I'll just leave it at that. It's interesting, but I don't know if it's that interesting for me. But cool for fans. Glad that it's finally getting their 3. Joe, are you still talking? I cannot hear you.
That was really, it was like so quiet.
I'm sorry, it's because I had to ask a question, but I can't ask it while we're live on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
But it's a question I need the answer to, like, yesterday. Okay. So 2023 video games with a launch window, but no date. This is from Polygon.com, by the way. AEW Fight Forever. This is from January to March, Q1. AEW Fight Forever, Battlefield Mobile, Deceive Inc., Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game. MLB The Show 23, Rise of the Triad, Ludicrous Edition, and Tortuga, A Pirate's Tale. Honestly, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game, sounds like a hit. Might have to give that one a try. I have no idea what it's about. I'm assuming it's about Killer Clowns.
I will just wait for the inevitable Attack of the Killer Clowns, the game, the movie, the series.
Yes, I should also just do that.
The novella.
April through June, we've got Valheim coming to Xbox One and Xbox Series X. Finally, I know some people are going to be excited for that. EA Sports PGA Tour, Fae Farm, and Nine Souls. I don't know. And then Q3, July to September, we have EA Sports FC. F1 23, Madden NFL 24, NBA 2K24, and R-Type Tactics 1-2 Cosmos.
All right, let's talk about 30 minutes about this Madden game real quick. So Madden, I'm good.
Okay. Now, what do you really have to say about Madden, Brandon? What do you have to say about Madden?
Nothing. I don't play Madden.
Exactly. That's why I was like, what do you have to say about Madden? And then finally, we've got October to December, Q4, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and NHL 24. And that's the game that y'all better not bother me for.
Yeah, Rebirth. No, I'm about to go on that.
I will be taking vacation for Rebirth.
When that date gets announced, yes, I will do the same. Spider-Man 2, I believe, is also coming out this year, is it not?
Not according to this list. Actually, there's more. Damn, this list is long.
You don't have to read all of it. I just know
I'm going to.
Oh, okay. Have fun.
So for the first half of 2023, we got DNF Duel, Forza Motorsports. This is from January to June, apparently. Hollow Knight, Silksong, Homeworld 3, Layers of Fear, Redfall, Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl, and Starfield. I would like to play Redfall out of that list. And DNF Duel. Mid-year, we've got Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, The Expanse, a Telltale series, Freedom Planet 2, Goodbye Volcano High. Ooh, I wanted to play that. Rune Factory 3, Special, and A Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life. I forgot about that game. Wow. Second half of 2023, Marvel Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
And then we got some games in 2023 with no launch date. After the Fall, Age of Empires 4, Alan Wake, Aliens Dark Descent, Arc 2. Hey, that's that one Kelly was talking about.
Yeah.
Armored Core 6, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Atlas Fallen, Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. Oh my god, that's the one that looked really bad. Black Myth.
Anyway. Sorry, continue.
Huh?
No, continue.
Black Myth Wukong, Blood Bowl 3, Blue Protocol Cities VR, Convergence, A League of Legends story, Crash Team Rumble, Crime Boss Rocky City. Oh, that's the one they showed at the Game Awards, right?
Yeah, that one.
With all those like celebrities.
Yeah.
That one also looks really bad. Damn. Disney Dreamlight Valley will finally get its official release instead of being in early access. Disney Speedstorm, that other Disney game.
I can't believe it hasn't come out yet.
It'll be out sometime this year. Dungeons 4, Everspace 2, Everywhere. That's the game. The game is called Everywhere.
Okay.
Exoprimal, Fallout 4, Flashback 2, Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn, Gloomhaven, Hyperlight Breaker, Immortals of Avium, Jurassic World Aftermath Collection. Oh, that's VR. Oh, PlayStation VR too. Interesting.
Yeah.
Lies of P, Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name. Holy shit, are we playing that? The best game coming out that you guys may not know about, that all of you should play, is going to be the Lollipop Chainsaw remake.
Oh, you know what? I might actually give that a
fun
play.
game.
Yes.
If you've not played Lollipop Chainsaw, please do. It's such a fun game.
I've heard great things about it, and I've been meaning to play it.
The music
and it was
is
in my
great.
backlog.
The characters are hilarious. It's just so great. The Lords of the Fallen, Marvel's Midnight Suns is coming to old generations at some point. Metal Slug Tactics, Mina the Hollower, Minecraft Legends, Mortal Kombat Onslaught coming to Android and iOS. Moving out to Pal World, Party Animals, Payday 3, Pikmin 4, Pragmata, Remnant 2, Replaced, Sea of Stars, The Settlers, New Allies, Song of Nunu, a League of Legends story. Slitherhead, which I almost read as Shitterhead. What a bad name. Like, that is such a bad name.
It is, man.
Literally, it's, you know why? Because the SLI looks like, the L and I looks like an H. So it looks like Shitterhead. This is horrible. Horrible. SpongeBob SquarePants, The Cosmic Shake, Star Wars Hunters, Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Gate Run, and Dunan Unification Wars. Super Bomberman R2, Siberia, The World Before, Test Drive Unlimited, Solar Crown, I'm almost done. The Dark Pictures, Switchback VR, that'll be fun. Test Drive Unlimited, I read that. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is coming out sometime this year. Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun is coming out. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, The Wolf Among Us 2.
Yeah!
Holy shit. And WWE 2K23. So that, my lovely friends, is every game coming out, or supposed to be coming out in 2023. Some have release dates, some do not. It's going to be a packed year. It looks like we might finally have something worthwhile to show at the Game Awards. Sorry for anybody who hates me for saying that. There were some really good ones in 2022, but there looks like it's going to be a lot better games in 2023. Super stacked month. I kind of went over what you guys want to see. What are you looking forward to in gaming in 2023 in general to end this podcast?
Where's my Pokemon Detective Pikachu for the Switch?
Unfortunately, that series has been discontinued. I'm just kidding.
Source, do trust me.
So...
Yeah, I will somewhat piggyback off of that what Kristie just said for something that has also not been announced for 2023 that I want. Where the heck is that Advanced Wars 1 and 2 collection? It's time, Nintendo.
There's literally a war in Ukraine.
I need it. There are
I need it.
there are other war games that are coming out that is receiving absolutely no bad press. I think they're okay to release this cartoonish war game. It's fine.
Granted, Nintendo cares more about people than these other game companies that are releasing war games currently.
Okay, but you don't have to look next door to see that no one else is receiving the flack for their realistic war games. That's all I'm saying. They could do it.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to 2023 being a really banger year. I feel like 2022 had some sleeper hits, and it had some really, really big games, but nothing like...
You know, there's nothing like Forspoken, Zelda.
Yes.
It's going to be a pretty much stacked, I think, first half of the year.
We got 2 Pokemon games, and we got Elden Ring. Like, we got some really amazing games, but I feel like 2023 is really like the year of, hey, we've been working on PS5 and Xbox Series X, next gen true stuff, and it's finally going to come out. We're seeing continuation of a lot of games that we've already started, so I think it's going to be a really, really good one. And I think with that we're good. Kelly, did you want to add anything before we close out?
I mean, I agree. I think that I think we might finally start I think we're finally seeing like the catch up from 2020. Like, I think that it's finally like back on track, because that kind of threw a lot of stuff off. So I think it's finally going to be like, I would say, normal again. I mean, normal's relative, I guess. We're in the new normal now, like after COVID normal. But yeah, I think we're finally seeing like some normalcy come back.
All right. Anyway, this is gonna be the last episode with Kellie for a while. We love you.
I miss her.
We miss you every time you're not here. We love you so much.
It gets so sad whenever she's not here.
It really is. It really is.
It's so sad.
Kellie be bringing that realness. That realness that
we love the real.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, thank you, Kellie. Thank you, Brandon, and thank you, Kristie. And thank you, listeners. And we'll see more of you in 2023. Oh, that was my announcement. That was the big announcement I was going to make, is that we are switching, as of now, specifically to podcast and streaming. So you probably will not, past January, see any new written articles over at HPCritical.com for the time being. So if you do want to, aside from like podcast updates and stuff, so if you do want to keep up with us, definitely subscribe to this channel so you can see all our streams and obviously the podcast. And yeah, you'll see or hear our beautiful faces and voices again next week.
Heck yeah.
Bye.
Night.